Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeons. We have just wrapped up the Hell's Chicken event. It's still going on, but there's not really much of a reason to revisit it now. So now it's a little bit back to the usual Mirror Dungeons. I'll just take the coffee and grains. And this time, I think, what better way than to celebrate the fact that last time... Oh. I wonder if that picked up. Someone just invited me to play Risk of Rain 2. I've played Risk of Rain 2 with them maybe once. Oh, okay. Alright, but yeah, 7 Association. I'm a little thrown off by the fact that I just got that random invite. But you know, I don't even know. I think it's almost certainly going to pick up. A weird notification sound, though, so, like, it's not like... Hopefully you didn't hear that and we're like, oh no, my friend's inviting me to play a game on Steam, because, like... I don't think a lot of people use Steam primarily for communication. If it was a Discord notification, that would be, like, a different story, though. But yeah, so 7 Association's all about exploiting the weaknesses of enemies. Which works decently well in this game. A lot better than it worked in Ruin, where, like, by the time you get them, there's almost no enemies with weaknesses. Oh, they just said misclick. That's why they DM'd me. I'll just say comedic. But, yeah. Yeah, presume these guys are weak to slash, and, I don't have any slash attacks I can use on them. So, like, passives, like, stuff like, when attacking a target with the damage type the target is weak or fatal to, deal 10% more damage. That's the wrong one, whoops. And, like, weakness analyzed, random endure normal attack type is weakened, plus 20% damage to the damage multiplier. Turn after you apply that. And look at the fact 7 Otis, all 3 of her skills are based around the target has less class power when going against 7 Otis. Oh, we might get a slash attack on this guy after all, but he's already staggered, so it won't really make that much of a difference. And he's dead. Nice. I'm, like, very uncomfortable today because I'm, like, sitting weird because I, like, hurt my leg last night. I'm sitting very weird, like, with my kind of, like, my legs stretched in a weird position so it isn't, like, hurting too much. It's nothing, like, serious. Not like I needed to go to, like, any sort of, like, doctor to check it out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just, like, sore, I guess. I'm getting old. Yeah, there we go. Which is not gonna help us, because they resist this. Awesome. So these guys are very gluttony-focused, so might as well go for the gluttony chain. It'll help. Especially for the swash. The swash is gonna be kind of insane here. Yeah. Weak to slash. Yeah, I mean, this guy's gonna die. Not really much else to say about that. Play the Gas's pretty nice. It's got a very strange second coin too, because I think its third coin is the one that inflicts the exploit weakness status effect. But then, like, the first or second coin, I think second, inflicts additional damage of a different damage type. It's like, yeah, it's a blunt attack. But, oh no, it's the third coin too. It deals bonus slash damage by 15% of damage dealt. So it effectively is an attack that's 2 damage types in one, although only 15% of it is slash. So it makes it a lot easier to exploit weaknesses with. Very cool stuff, though. If I can do this, I can have her actually make use of this guy's weakness. You can see, like, anytime Otis goes against anyone, they just roll, like, so much lower. It's -2 on all of them, I think. Does it apply to stagger too? Yes, it does. That's what I was assuming, but yeah, her, like, little bonus given to attacking people with like the right weakness, does apply if enemies are staggered. CIH, deal 10%. That's not a bad passive either. 10% more slash damage on Ryoshu as long as I own 5 Gluttony. Do I even have any good way to spend Gluttony with this team? I mean, the only way is Ebony Stem, I think. I think I am. What do I go for over here? Wishing Karen, probably? Do I have I think that one I can actually do reasonably. This one, eh. Yeah, sure, I'll go Wishing Karen. Why not? And level up. This one's going to Otis, of course. He's the 3-star after all. And yeah, there's Ebony Stem. Very expensive. Could be worth it though, doesn't it? Yeah, Pierce Stamp. She doesn't have any Pierce with this identity though. So I guess not that. The passive isn't that great at least. Sure, it's still a very good. It's still a very interesting ego. Just because it hits 5 people. And yep, this guy. He's weak to blunt, so you can actually make use of that, I guess. Slash blunt. I can get slash pierce blunt, so that's close enough, I think. There might have. Oh yeah, I could have gotten the. No, I couldn't have. What am I saying? Ignore me. Misinterpreting stuff. Hitting that guy with a slash, or I can hit him with a blunt. I'll hit him with a blunt then. Hit the guy with. I mean, Yisong doesn't have any good. Can't make use of this guy's weaknesses like at all. So might as well Moulinet just to kill it. Cause that's the one that has like the funny actual like 7 logo. Split the gap with that guy, and then the slash is gonna go for him and stagger him, so the fight's as good as 1. And I can trigger the grasping vulnerability, so Otis does more damage to the staggered guy. I guess if I want to go full in on this like gimmick, if I can get like the 1 EU gift that deals more damage to staggered people, that could work nice. I'll take Scarlet Moth though, that's always a nice one. More damage. And who do I take? I don't know, because I'm gonna want a 4th unit, but I don't know who'd be, like, good. I'm just gonna take you for the time being. I'm not planning on using you. Like a lot of my other, like, build-based, like, faction-based videos, I'm gonna stick to these 3 and probably get a 4th person on the final floor. Just so that I don't, like, lose because I cannot counter all their attacks. Okay, this is a 3-on-3, so still even here. Honestly, I mean, it's a common enough outcome on the first floor to still be even after. Even if I don't have the maximum size party. The swash is just really good. You know it. Moulinet, he's weak to this, which is quite nice. And it wasn't enough to kill, though. He's got the Pierce fragility, but it's not going to matter. Yeah, both of them die this turn. Without a doubt. Oh yeah, that guy's staggered. Doesn't matter what I use. Interesting. I have the lowest speed gains plus 2 card skill final power. I know no, she doesn't. I thought she had an interesting defense, but she does. Oh no, I clicked on the wrong person. Otis, yeah. On use gain haste and defensive power up if you defend. Interesting. Don't really know if that warrants guarding most of the time. I mean, of course, if the clash results do not look favorable, then that's always a time to do such. I can take 4th Match Flame for her. Might as well. One of the few egos I've got the max thread spin. I've got enough thread to actually thread spin more egos, because I've got every single identity and I've got all of them uptied. So right now it's only just saving thread and spending it on what was I saying? What was it? And spending it on egos to thread spin them. This swash is gonna do a lot. Might just this first point staggers, yeah. Always great to see. These attacks aren't gonna do too much. Because they're not actually exploiting the weaknesses. I just kind of wanted the passives off for the sake of it. Yeah, that's probably better here. And that's probably better here. Don't want to use blunt on this guy. He resists it. All the chapter 2 enemies resist blunt. He should still die though. Yeah, because the upper slash. Yep. Nice. It is kind of nice having a team built around, like, using certain damage types. And, like, kind of, like, varying it based on the enemy. Of course, it only works so well here because you don't really have choices over what attacks you use, kind of. I guess it's good for normal fights because you get a bunch of speed slots. The chances are you'll have some of the right things somewhere. But that's not going to be true all the time, unfortunately. This is probably the best move as far as resistances go. The swash isn't going to kill because he is neutral to it, but he's still staggered, almost stagger plus from that. Field command staggers, the riposte does not stagger. Oh! One of the guys just blew up because of the butterflies. Very nice. There we go, that should be good. Yeah. Yep, they are both dead. All of them are dead, really. Don't really need to specify both. Because, like, 2 died this turn, but also 1 died the turn earlier. I don't know. I'm a little bit distracted today, because, in approximately 3 hours, the Xenoblade 3 DLC releases, and I am very much looking forward to that. Still gonna, like, keep uploads going as normal, though. Not the kind of thing... It's not gonna be too long, so I mean, I'll be able to keep on uploading normally. I can take breaks for this. I love Limbus. Xenoblade's awesome, but, like, Limbus comes first. Nope. Yeah. One-sided attack, that's fine, though. A little bit of bind, that's fine. Our speed does not matter in this fight. What's strong here? Mulina? Yeah, then go for that. And then you can I mean, just upper slash that guy. There's no reason to swash him. That's kind of overkill. Might as well save it for next turn in case I need the swash. 7 blows up. I feel like that 7 used to look different. I'm not sure if I'm just going crazy, though. I feel like it used to look cooler. I mean, at the same time, this is a 7 Association Yi song we're talking about, so I wouldn't be surprised if it never looked cool. Aw. Don't worry, Yi song, you're gonna get something... Oh yeah, that's right. So we saw the next 3-star coming next week, and it's gonna be N-Corp Sinclair, just like from the one cutscene in Kanto 3. That's very exciting. I kinda wasn't expecting it, but I'm very glad to see it. Because it's gonna be cool, that's for sure. 2 stars, probably. I mean, 2 stars... My guess is, of course, N-Corp Dawn, because I feel like an N-Corp Dawn could make sense. Because, you know, Dawn insane already. I'm sure you could N-Corp's, like, weird mind control singularity thing that I'm sure they have. I'm sure it could make it could just twist Dawn's sense of justice to be like, oh yes, these robots are heretics. I must kill them for my justice. You know, something like that. And like, Dawn and Yisung are the only people who still only have 3 identities now. So, probably gonna be one of them. And I'm sure they're gonna save Yisung for the next banner simply because he's getting the next chapter. So they're gonna give him something hopefully cool. I want to look at this. Is it slash? No, it's pierce. Okay. So it decides what weakness to, like, increase at the start of the turn, not when it's inflicted, I think. Or maybe it does then. Because otherwise... Or no, it might still be, because they're... Yeah, what am I saying? They're normally resistant to Pierce. So I wonder if that's based off of their normal and not based on the stagger. Like, if you, say, staggered a N-Corp Inquisitor and inflicted a weakness analysis, would it still be the slash that gets the further weakness? Not able to use a Pierce on that guy, unfortunately. So I won't fully be able to test that out. Oh well. Moulinet. The Moulinet is going to be good damage. Is it enough to kill? It doesn't seem like. I think he barely survived, which makes sense. K-Corp guys sure do love sponging damage. Like that, sure. I don't think bottom guy's gonna die, unfortunately. Nope. This guy's dying to squash, though. Yeah, didn't even need the final coin, so now there's one left. So we can really just go all out. An observation. What does that take? Oh, 4 res. In a clash opponent is -2 clash power. Oh, that's nice, too. Yeah, the gluttony stuff. Definitely good. Definitely. A lot of these factions, it's not like, oh, 7 is very a gluttonous organization. It's more so they are green. Which is fair enough. Gluttony doesn't only represent gluttony in the case of the games. Each of the sins represents, like, an element. Gluttony being, like, life or, like, earth or something along those lines. That's why it's got, like, a little leaf symbol. Stuff like wrath is fire and gloom is wind. I mean, that doesn't make sense for all of them, though, because, like, lust is a DNA symbol, and, like, pride is a sword. But, okay. I might be able to... Yeah, I can exploit the gap on Ida. That might be nice. Gonna be using quite a few blunt attacks this turn, which is less than ideal. Because I'm not gonna do too much damage, but Ida's got that weakness analyzed. So next turn we should be able to do a lot more blunt damage to her. Or we could just hit her with a Pierce attack. That's the thing. Oh no, it shows... Oh, because... Oh yeah, it's not necessarily the one they resist the highest. It's just any of them that are normal or... endure. I guess ineffective it wouldn't hit, would it? Or it might. Because it's... endure or normal. So ineffective is treated differently, I think. Yeah. So it would only ever hit Pierce here, which is nice though, because the repose is coming for her. And if we Wishing Cairn, that'll also be Pierce. That's a struggling, really. Really. I was expecting that to be better. Well, maybe I should Wishing Cairn with that. No, then that's... Oh yeah, because Wishing Cairn's always going to hit the last one. So I guess I'd just go for the Moulinet despite it not being the highest damage-wise. Simply because it'll win the clash reasonably. Yeah, and Pierce Fragility next turn. Could be nice. Wishing Cairn's cool. Because, like, oh, he throws 2 rocks. And they hit the enemy, and then he throws 2 daggers that hit the rocks into the enemy. Oh, not able to redirect everything, it would seem. Oh yeah, but he's got... Yeah, because of whatever they called it. It's got a weird name that's like Korean. Dol Harubang. The start of the turn gained blunt protection and sloth protection. Yeah, that's nice. Kind of thing that isn't like game changing, like in the slightest, but defense is defense. Like honestly. Okay. So should I think I should go to Pathos Mathos because of that Pierce Fragility. It definitely makes it more worthwhile than going for Yasunyata, because Yasunyata is certainly something. And that guy's staggered. That guy is dead. And, oh, Swash, right, that's gonna be a lot of damage. Yeah. I think this is just kills, doesn't it? 20, maybe 30% plus the 100%. So maybe, depending on how it's calculated, 30? Then does this do more than it does? Oh, absolutely. Very dead. Plus 250%. Yeah, this guy's still left, though, so... Whoop! There we go. Grasping vulnerabilities. Nice, yeah. I'm liking the 7 association stuff so far. I don't know. It's... Oh, child from that flask. I love ego resources. And this is probably where I choose who I'm gonna actually take. Who should I go for? I could take Vi Sinclair. He does like nothing. And he's got some HP. You know, sure, I'll take Vi Sinclair. That should work fine. And he'll just kind of be there. That's like the little odd one out. Like that, I think. That'll be 5 normal fights. And, a level up space and a event no space. Should work well. Okay. I mean, weak to blunt, absolutely. Neutral to slash. I think Swash is worth it in that situation, and then I can just go for 2 blunts here. And yeah, I can actually clash with everything thanks to having 4 people, even if only 3 of them are 7. And, oh yeah, that guy just died to the Moulinet. Probably means the exploit the gap is also going to decimate whatever guy that was targeting. The strong strike, that was good. And Swash is just strong, so like, yeah, it killed, even though, well, he wasn't weak to it. Yeah, I guess that one's hitting a K-Corp guy, though, so not as... Oh. Oh yeah, the butterflies affected... The butterflies... I guess they're they're moths, aren't they? Eclipse of Scarlet Moths hit the, The exploit the gap triggered him because that did a bunch of damage. It did a bunch of damage to 2 people, killing the other guy and leaving this guy at low enough to be killed with relative ease. There we go. Victory. And probably Sinclair, since he's lower than the others. Nice. Oh, what did I hit? I just hit something. Should be fine though. I think I just accidentally clicked a different tab. Yeah, it doesn't look like it actually affected anything. I'm just over worrying. Weak to blunt hitting with exploit the gap. Nice. Weak to blunt and weak to blunt. That guy is going for Sinclair. He can take it. I guess Sinclair might not win this clash, which is fine. That's what Sinclair is for, tanking damage. He's not for winning clashes. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's going to change with the next Sinclair identity. Maybe it's actually going to be the Sinclair that deals damage and wins clashes. I mean, I think base Sinclair is good. That's true. Just still a little strange to use the base identities when you don't need to, you know? They absolutely are good, though. Don't get me wrong. I think I probably should use them more frequently, if anything. So many people talking at the same time. So funny. Another very clean fight, though. Let's see, these guys are 25, and now he's 25, so everyone's close. Almost certainly gonna make it everyone... Yeah, everyone's gonna get to 30, aren't they? I might want to level up Ishmael a little bit just because of that, just so that I'm not over-leveled. Because I don't want to be overpowered. That's no fun. No, that would be unstable. I should not do that then. Neither. I guess this is fine, even if he resists it. It'll still deal decent enough damage. Exploit the gaps can do plenty. Your shield's good, right? Apply defense power from protecting eyes adjacent on the... I mean, that'll just be... I mean, it'll only buff Otis, though, so I don't really think I need it. I'll go for the press, because it's probably more damage. Assuming it works. Which is always a bit of an assumption with Sinclair. I need to stop bullying Sinclair, though. He's good. He's wholesome. And I mean, he's a unit I've used plenty. I just really like Mariachi Sinclair. Just because... I mean, because he was the first unit to have, like, really any, like, stagger threshold shenanigans. That's why I'm, like, so used to using him a bunch. Yeah, this will work. Mainly just blunt. Which, I mean, is the strategy for Canto 3, so it makes sense that's what I'm going for here. Nice. Oh, and the baton to almost finish him off. He's still a little alive, though. It's an Encorp guy, though, so him being a little alive is fine. Is everyone staggered? Everyone is staggered. So I can go for just... whatever, it doesn't matter what damage type they are, I just need to go for the strong hits. Like that. That should be most of the strong attacks. Okay, and there that guy goes. And he lives a little bit longer, but he dies to the bat strike, home run. As I say, anytime I use Vi Sinclair. I mean, that's what he's doing, really. Honestly. Here, you get a level up. I'll give her a couple level ups. Even if I'm not going to use her at all. More of these people. I'm outnumbered this time. Not by too much, though. Gonna go for the upper slash there. I don't really want to risk the weaker of the attacks. And not really much of a reason to go Impending Day. He'd win the class, sure, but it's not going to get a kill just like that. Needs to be on at least slightly weaker enemy. Especially with the sanity changes, he's high enough sanity that it's almost certainly going to be a heads, which is going to be a 16. This could be worth it. If it's going to hit that guy, that should be good, I think. Might not necessarily kill, that's true, but I think it'll still do plenty. Yeah. 42? Almost a kill, not quite though. Left at however much HP that was, for some reason it put the HP number behind the actual model. I guess behind the debris from the attack, I think. I don't know how much HP he has, but he lived on like 9 or something, which is to be expected, really. Nothing to worry about. Nice. And yeah, that guy just dies. This is the only person I'm gonna actually clash against, and they're all so low HP. So another turn where I don't think it should matter too much. Honestly, I'm very tempted to just... yeah, I think I'm just gonna bring 7 people into the final fight. No need for Sinclair there. Everyone's gonna be max level. It should be no worry. Sure, I'll just max them all out here. Honestly, if I'm only using 3 of them, I might as well. If I was using 4 of them, then I'd have hesitation, but... shouldn't need to. I don't even need him here, probably. Now the question is, will my hubris be my downfall? Find out this time. Could be, could be.
방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
I guess I could try... Who would this go for? No. That is not the play. Okay, we'll exploit the gaps of definite, yes. This is gonna be hitting no one of note, which is unfortunate, and then this should be good. So these two will go through. That's a little scary. Don't have any mass attacks I can use beyond that one, though. I could have him guard. That's actually not the worst idea. Sure, honestly. Oh, doesn't look like he's gonna get the guard off first, though. So it may have been for naught. One dead already, though. Okay, yeah, he's been staggered. Alright. And she's almost staggered. I'm fine, though. I can just do this. Yeah. I might as well. It's for safety, really. Oh. Alright, I think that's because I think the moth staggered them because of Exploit the Gap being the first thing I used the previous turn. But it didn't trigger the stagger till right then, which caused it to look pretty silly. Nice. And yeah, everything is good. It's so sweet. The stagger was a little worrying, but all is good. Stem of Distrust. Nice Pierce bonus. And, wow. Sure, you get the enhancement. And let's see what ego gift we get. We've got almost no ego gifts. Alright. Yeah, this one doesn't have any downsides, I'm fairly certain, so might as well just go for it. Yeah, those will be fine. Yep. It'll just be ashes, yeah. Does nothing for us, but it's not one that, like, inflicts a downside, like Photopia does. Like, minus skill power for the next fight, which is awful. Hey, Wolf. What's he weak to? He's weak to a lot, actually. Oh, he's got different stats here, doesn't he? I guess, yeah, because today's Wolf Day for the actual Luxcavation, and he's got 2 stagger thresholds on the body in the Luxcavation, with one of them being, like, closer to, like, here, and still being one, like, there actually is. Very strange. Maybe it's because this one's level 24 and that one's level 30. Odd, though. I guess I should try and paralyze him immediately. Oh, I can't target it. You can always hit Pelipole. Never mind. I mean, this is still gonna be a... Actually, no, this is even better, isn't it? Because, yeah, 2 attack power down. And now, which ones do I need to be worried of? What are everyone weak to? Everyone's weak to... Well, these two are weak to Blunt, and you're weak to Slash. So we can't let that one go through. Can't let... There's no Slash on you, no Blunt on you. Slash on you is fine. Blunt on you is fine. Slash on you is fine. Okay? So this one and this one. Otherwise, I think it's mostly fine. Yeah, that's okay. That works. Which one's more scary, though? I don't remember. Maybe the Rupture? That's favored. That's neutral. Go for the favored, then. We can get a Sloth Chain going. Nice. And then, who's close to being stacked? Oh, Ryoshu needs to deal with herself, primarily. Because she will get staggered in a single hit, while the others might be fine. Crow's Eye View is going to be 2 skill power down, though. And we'll have haste next turn. And we'll get another speed slot, so we'll be in a much better position then. Oh, that just staggered him. Huh, I forgot he's weak to Sloth and Pierce. So, there was, like, no chance of him getting any clashes. I can do it again. Can I do it again after that, though? No. If I wish in Karen, it's gonna go for the head. No, it's going for the body. How is that the rearmost unit? Hmm. I will not complain. Gonna go full in on the body. Decent chance we'll be able to get a lot of damage in. We've got such high speed this turn, and for nothing. But we've got it, so that's still cool.
복을 구하고 싶다면 정성을 들여 빌어보시오.
Yeah. Fatal, fatal, fatal. A lot of damage. Got the Sloth Fragility this turn. That's not going to do anything for us. Now he gets Blunt Protection, though. So he should, even though he's weak to Blunt, it won't be too bad for him to take a couple attacks. Although we are even on the playing field now, as far as speed dice go. And we've got higher speed, so it is completely within our control. What do I want to deal with the Howl? What's safe to deal with the Howl? Dominating? Is it... The head doesn't have the paralysis, right? Right. Yeah, that's accurate. Actually, we might just clear him. Yeah, dominating... I guess this is because of the paralysis, and it's lying to me because he's got slight paralysis. I still think this should be fine, though, for the most part. Yeah, he's almost paralyzed already. Come on, please. That's not great. He's fine, though, because that's a Sloth Blunt attack, so Yisung's got 60% resistance to that, I think. Thanks to the passive from Wishing Cairn. And there's a kill. Yeah. Not too bad. 7 Association is very good against single target bosses. Where they can just really inflict a bunch of debuffs and deal a bunch of damage.
책상에서만 썩기 아까운 솜씨인걸?
Yeah, she did the most damage at a pretty notable margin. Sinclair didn't do much, but that's because we barely used him. Yisung didn't do much, Ryoshu didn't do that much. Makes sense, though. Yeah. Got plus XP. Yeah. Very clean. I think I got more of these. That's nice. Trying to save up these 4 Sinclair Ego Shards so I can get his next identity coming, or if I get that through the Gotcha, I'll just be able to get his current Ego. That's the only thing I'm missing in the game right now. But it's time for dailies. 3 shard. I make this mistake every time. I don't know why. And let's see. Okay. 1 star. And finally, event. Nothing. Nothing. This is a 9 shard kind of day. That's fine. I don't really need... I still don't need anything beyond this, so... I'm fine with getting nothing. Just slowly but surely building up some shards. Always nice. But yeah, I think that'll be all for this time. 70 Association is good now, and I'm glad to see it. They've got a really sleek design. We are very green. Still think that one Distortion Detective 7 guy is a loser. But, like, that's intentional, so... Yeah. That'll be all for this time. Thank you for watching, and, yeah. Bye.